Picture two vending machines standing 30 miles apart. One sits in a bustling break room and pours out over $500 a month. The other waits in a quiet back hallway and barely clears $30 in that same stretch. Same machine, same snacks, wildly different fate. That gap right there is the whole vending business folded into one sentence. The machine itself is almost never the reason a route succeeds or fails. The location is. And almost nobody selling you a machine online will tell you that part. I'm financially astute, and this is where we open the books on businesses most people only guess about. Today, we're figuring out what a vending machine owner actually takes home once the coins stop clinking and the real math begins. By the end of this, you'll know what it really costs to put a machine on location, what a realistic monthly haul looks like, and what an operator running a handful of machines actually pockets after commissions, restocking, and repairs. No passive income fantasy, just the numbers. To get those numbers straight from someone living them, I visited Denise, who's run a small vending route for 11 years out of a converted garage on the edge of town. She agreed to open her books and her van. Denise runs 14 machines scattered across offices, warehouses, and one busy community gym. She started with a single used machine bought off a classified ad, and she'll tell you straight up that machine barely earned back its own electric bill for the first 2 years. It took watching that slow machine closely to learn exactly what makes a location worth trusting with a second one. Every vending sale runs on a simple markup. A candy bar bought wholesale for around 50 cents might sell for $1.50 or $2 from the machine. That spread has to cover everything else, so the product mix matters more than people assume. Cashless card readers change the math too. When people don't need exact change, they buy more and more often. Denise says adding tap to pay to her older machines lifted sales noticeably, even though the reader itself costs several $100s to install. Not every machine earns the same way. Snack and drink combos are the workhorse. Cold drink-only machines do well in gyms and warehouses. Bulk candy and toy machines cost almost nothing to stock, and specialty machines, coffee, healthy snacks, even claw machines can outperform everything else in the right spot. Denise mixes several types across her route on purpose, so a slow week for snacks doesn't sink the whole month. Here's the range Denise actually sees. A low-traffic machine might bring in $30 to $75 a month. An average location runs somewhere between $100 and $300. A genuinely high-traffic spot, a busy office floor, or a 24-hour warehouse can clear $400 to $600 or more. Notice how wide that spread is, 20 times the earnings between the worst and best spot, using the exact same equipment. Her best machine sits in a shipping warehouse with 3 shifts of workers and no cafeteria nearby. Her worst sits in a small dentist's office waiting room that maybe sees 15 visitors a day. Same machine, same snacks, completely different world. That's why Denise scouts locations almost like a real estate agent now. Foot traffic, hours of operation, whether there's food nearby, whether people carry cash or cards, all of it decides the machine's fate before a single snack ever gets loaded. So revenue is never one flat number. It's a range shaped entirely by where the box gets plugged in. Keep that in mind, because every dollar figure from here forward assumes a decent, not miraculous location. Now that we know how the money comes in, let's talk about what it costs to get a machine running in the first place and what quietly eats into that revenue every single month. A new standard snack and drink machine typically runs $3,000 to $6,000. Used or refurbished units, like the one Denise started with, can be found for $1,000 to $2,500. Cashless touchscreen or micro-market setups can push well past $10,000. Which tier you choose depends entirely on how much risk and repair work you're willing to absorb early on. On top of the machine, you need starting inventory, usually a few $100s in snacks and drinks, plus that cashless card reader we mentioned, another few hundred. It adds up before the machine ever earns a cent. Then there's basic liability insurance and a vehicle or small trailer to actually haul product between locations. Denise uses an old cargo van she bought secondhand. Nobody mentions the van in the online ads, but you can't run a route without one. Once the machine is placed, the location owner usually wants a cut. Commissions typically run anywhere from 0 to 25% of gross sales, sometimes swapped for a flat monthly rent instead. That single negotiation can make or break the whole placement. Some location owners will negotiate hard, others barely care, so it genuinely pays to ask. Cost of goods, the snacks and drinks themselves, usually eats 30 to 50% of revenue, depending on whether you're buying wholesale club prices or working with a proper distributor. That's before commission, before gas, before anything else. Buying from a wholesale club keeps that percentage lower, while a proper distributor trades convenience for a thinner margin. Then there's Denise's actual time. Driving the route, restocking shelves, counting coins, cleaning glass. It's several hours a week per handful of machines, plus fuel for the van. Scale that across 14 machines, and restocking alone becomes something close to a part-time job. Vandalism and theft are real line items too. Denise has had a machine's coin box pried open twice in 11 years and once had a whole unit tipped over trying to be broken into. Insurance helped, but not entirely. Bill validators jam. Coin mechanisms stick. Card readers occasionally just stop reading cards for no clear reason. Each service call, if you can't fix it yourself, can run $50 to a couple $100. And products expire. A hot summer can spoil chocolate faster than expected. A slow location can mean stale chips sitting past their date. Every unsold, expired item is money that already left Denise's pocket. Denise still remembers the year a promising office location closed unexpectedly, leaving her machine sitting in an empty lobby for 6 weeks before she could retrieve it. That's 6 weeks of zero revenue on a machine she still had to insure and account for. So, let's do the actual math. A single machine in a typical decent location might gross around $150 a month. Take out 40% for cost of goods and maybe 15% commission, and you're left with roughly $70 to $80 in monthly profit. That's before you've counted a single minute of your own driving time. In a genuinely great location, gross revenue near $500 a month, similar cost structure might leave $250 to $300 in profit. That's real money, but it's one machine, and it still needed servicing every week to get there. Now scale that to a route like Denise's, 14 machines averaging somewhere in the middle. After commissions, cost of goods, fuel, and repairs, operators running 8 to 15 machines typically report take-home profits somewhere in the range of $1,000 to $2,500 a month. Notice that's still well short of a full-time salary for most people running the math. In a strong year, with well-chosen locations and minimal repair headaches, that can stretch toward $30,000 to $40,000 annually. It's a real income, but notice it took over a decade of route building to get there, not a single lucky machine. Getting there took Denise years of trial, error, and swapping out locations that quietly weren't pulling their weight. Every number here is a range for a reason. Industry averages vary widely by region, by machine type, by how good you are at negotiating commission. Location, more than anything else, decides which end of these ranges you land on. And to be clear, this breakdown is for education, not financial or investment advice. Your results will depend on your specific location, your negotiating skill, and honestly, a fair amount of luck in what building lets you plug in. Denise's honest number, after 11 years and 14 machines, is somewhere around $1,800 a month, after everything. It took her nearly 5 years just to reach her first 8 machines. This was never a get-rich-quick story for her. One machine is a slow, small side asset, a real route, built patiently, location by location, is what actually starts to look like a business. This work fits people with reliable access to a vehicle, a genuine tolerance for hands-on restocking, and existing relationships that get you into good locations. Warehouse managers, gym owners, office building operators, all worth knowing before you buy a single machine. It is the wrong fit for anyone expecting truly passive income with zero maintenance, and for anyone who can't commit to a consistent, repeating route schedule. Miss a restock and you lose sales. Miss enough of them and you lose the location entirely. Strip away the candy and the shiny glass front, and vending is really a small logistics business. You're managing inventory, routes, and cash handling. The machine is just the storefront. Back in the study, that's the honest picture. A vending machine can absolutely turn into real income, but only once it stops being one box and starts being a managed route. And if that kind of small footprint, route-based logistics business interests you, there's a cousin worth exploring next. Consider an ATM route, similar commission negotiations, similar restocking logistics, but with cash instead of candy bars. We'll open that ledger in our next episode. If this kind of honest numbers-first breakdown is useful to you, share it with someone weighing their own small business idea, and subscribe to Financially Astute so we can open the next set of books together.